He's got really good aim right in your face.
And my favorite evasion is stealth. I'm not going to change it, so I just got hit for a shit ton, didn't I?
That's the first thing
3
I was thinking,
points.
Griff.
Well, it's 3 points plus your vulnerability. I don't think you actually have any vulnerability.
I have 1 vulnerable.
4 points then.
All right. So,
You'll soak all of it. You may rally a friend.
all right, rally
Susano.
He has less on him, and I can actually do a rally action on my next turn and try to...
Okay. Susano, remove the debuff.
Oh, debuff. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it makes more sense to remove the debuff because it is an extra point of damage from all sources.
Right,
so.
I was just thinking of taking a hit point back. They'd be above 0. My bar is all red, but no, you make sense. Vulnerability.
Okay, this next bad guy moves forward and attacks Katsu. Katsu, I need you to dodge again.
My most effective rally is when I get hit.
You're hit for 4 points of damage.
All right.
And you rally again, so pick somebody to rally.
Rahul.
Rahul, remove your vulnerability.
It's kind of funny if he was the tank.
Adding special effects to the outfits. This is another example of this is an easy rule to put in the game, but I'm a little worried that people are gonna look at this like, hey, can I put decay on myself so I take damage every round so I can rally my friends for free because I have a damage every time on myself? Which is the kind of stuff people would do in an MMO.
Yeah, it makes perfect sense.
In Minecraft, they used to use elytra wings with a bow that had infinity and some other enchantments on it. And they would just shoot themselves in the ass, and the knockback would cause them to fly forward faster.
Yeah, rocket jumping. Yeah, wow. Right. So we'll have to decide if we want to keep these in the game or not. There is a rule in the game that if you want to activate your outfit power, you can just do that as an action.
I mean, I think it makes the game more fun. So what's wrong with that?
Okay. Hey, as the best part is it's a video game. I don't have to explain it. Okay, so, apparently attacking Katsu is actually helping everyone else. Let's see, how far can I get? Hey, I can actually get there. Rahul, I'm going to move up to you and attack. Do you want to counterattack or dodge?
I am going to counter, but I am still using my ordinary sword.
Gotcha. I've rolled a 6.
And I have 6 as well.
Simultaneous hit. I hit you for only 3 points because someone removed your vulnerability. You, I believe, killed the crap out of me. So if you have a frenzy soak, feel free to recharge it.
I do not have frenzy soak.
Okay. The big boss gets a flanking bonus when his allies are around, so the boss is going to attack first. Susano, how will you defend yourself?
Oh, shit. I'm gonna shield.
I rolled an 8!
I had 2 D8s. It was possible.
I know. I hit you for 4. You're not vulnerable, are you?
No.
I hit you for 4!
Oh, man.
You have 2 successes.
I already declared favorite use for this outfit, so I'll reroll a d6.
Your shield already soaked a little bit of it, didn't it?
Yeah. If you can get
That
3,
looks like
you
you
can
took 4 total.
Oh, that's right. I forgot the shield. It's been so long since I've used the shield.
Right. Well, so you have 3 plus 4, so you soak.
Yeah.
Okay. Then his allies attack you. First, the first one on the north.
Question.
Yes.
First, I need to verify distance.
Do you have crowd control? Is that what you're looking at?
Yeah, but I'm out of distance, so never mind.
Yeah.
Well, you know, there's like a half meter insecurity. If you want to invoke crowd control, I'll let you.
Yes, but I have you know, I have a sword, and this guy is 5 meters away. So what's the point?
You have no crowd control lets you move
3 meters.
Yeah, you can move 3 meters. You tap crowd control and move 3 meters.
Okay, then I will do so.
The bad news is you have to move closer. So that taps crowd control. Go ahead and roll to hit him. He's got a 6.
I have 6 as well.
Okay, so here's what happens. You hit him, so you may recharge 1 gift that recharges on a hit. Crowd control recharges on a hit, so recharge that.
Okay.
So your crowd control recharges. This is a simultaneous attack, so I hit you for 3 points of damage. And you kill the crap out of me. So he throws a shuriken at you, and it hits you in the chest.
And I soak it.
But you soak it, right. We are a lot more dangerous when you're vulnerable, I think you guys are discovering. Okay. Would you like to tap crowd control again when the second guy attacks Susano?
Absolutely.
All right, bring it.
I have an 8.
All right, you recharge crowd control and kill me. You can keep moving 3 meters and attacking as long as you keep recharging it. It's when you stop hitting, you have to stop.
I am going to move towards the boss and stop because I want to switch to the cheated.
Right, but this is still the bad guy's turn, so we'll wait until it's your turn. And when you do crowd control, you have to move. In other words, that first guy attacks Susano, so you move towards him. This guy attacks, so you move towards him. You move as close as you need to, and then stop. So you're literally doing this when it's not your turn. So next turn you can move closer. So in other words, those guys start doing it, and you click on those guys, and when they move, your guy does a step, stab, step, stab, step, stab. Wow, it's almost like you guys are stacking on top of each other to kill bad guys. That is actually the end of the bad guy's turn. If you don't have a decay, you now have decay 1. Mwahaha! Crackadoom! So put decay 1 on yourself. It won't trigger till the end of your guy's turn. Rise of good guys!
Oh, sorry,
Katsu!
that's the wrong one.
Katsu, what are you going to do?
I think I need to do some rallies.
Okay.
One moment, I'm just making note of my decay.
Rahul goes to
let's
2, right?
rally Susano first.
All right.
What's your current decay, Katsu?
1. I was going to try to retreat after this. So 1 on Susano there, so that should get rid of his vulnerable.
Susano.
That's not vulnerable. I have decay, but I'm keeping the decay. Yeah. I'm taking back a hit point.
Okay. So Susano recovers a hit point. You may rally again, so go ahead and rally, I guess, Rahul.
Yes.
Go rally Susano.
Okay then, Susano.
Oh!
I think I should probably rally Rahul, though. Again, Rahul, you have 2 decay now, don't you?
I love how you guys argue about.
Well, it's good. The fact it's going to add up to him, because when it goes 2 to 4, it's going to be a real problem, and we might need those. Well,
we need to roll again because Arcloid, Arcloid, you're killing us here. I feel so bad for you. It's like you're just rolling terrible.
So I'm just arguing that Rahul should be healed first.
Okay, well, it didn't matter because it didn't work. So roll the 3rd rally.
Because if Rahul goes down, that cheat sword goes away with him.
Right, and I think you guys are discovering that, wait a minute, when Katsu takes damage, he heals other party members. Maybe Katsu should take more damage.
Quick, go over and beat Katsu up until we heal.
All right, that's 2 successes. Katsu, it's your choice. Are you healing Rahul or Susano?
Susano. No, Rahul. That's
I do not need any healing.
Okay,
you
so
will,
Susano,
though, because the next round, your 2 is going to go up to 4.
Okay, guys, stop. Game host is talking. Susano, you have 2 rallies.
I'll take back another 2 hit points then.
Okay, you'll take back 2 hit points because you're not worried about decay 1. You're worried more about hit points. Okay, that is the end of Katsu. Susano and Rahul, the boss is here. What are you gonna do?
I'm going to Disneyland.
So you just peace out. Okay.
I am going to switch to the glitched sword that I don't remember how it's called.
It is the Sword of Truth.
Raru no Shin.
When you pull it out, it gleams, and every time it moves through, it leaves behind rainbow hues of weird polygons through the air.
All
Like
right, with
triangles.
that sword that sparkles polygons, I will attack the boss.
Okay, the boss will counterattack you, but you get a bonus D12. I don't know if you have a flanking bonus.
Nope. And
Okay.
you will have to tell.
All right, it rolls body, speed, mind, will, and fighting.
Yep, that's a lot of die.
And you get a bonus D12 because you have aggro and you're attacking. Yeah, so it's all those dice. It is the Sword of Truth, cast in the name of God.
Ye not guilty.
Yes.
Unless
Life is
you roll,
short.
unless you roll 3 4s, and then you are guilty of cheating.
Yeah, then you are guilty if ye found guilty. All right, so all eyes on Avery. Plus, you also get tactics because the boss is flanked by your.
I do not have tactics.
Okay. Wow. So the bad guy has rolled an 8, and you have only rolled 6s. Unless you want to. Now, if you tap your force of personality, you can re-roll all of those dice, or you can.
I am totally doing it.
Okay, go ahead and hit the up arrow to re-roll.
I have an 8 and only 1 4.
Okay, simultaneous hit. By the way, all of the successes from both rolls add together. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. When it turns into a build roll, that means the last roll is used for the duel, but all the rolls are used for the stars. Well, you'll pull that out and hit the boss for 75 points of damage.
Yay.
Well, the boss disintegrates. The blade cuts through the ground and carves a bunch of destroys a bunch of polygons in the ground. Yeah. It's like Tron Legacy, where you just and then a bunch of square polygons just disintegrate. The boss dies more quickly than his combat animation can manifest, or his death animation can manifest. He is just obliterated. But that was a simultaneous hit, so I also hit you for 4 points of damage. So it cuts your phase.
And I will tap 1 level.
Yep. So, well, yeah, he's dead.
Careful, the collision mesh might be glitched here, so stay away from the hole.
Oh, and your console window fills with entity 4771 cannot manifest, entity NAN can't manifest, and your screen just fills with a bunch of error messages.
Unexpected Lua error.
Yeah, right. Just a bunch of error messages. You quickly close the console window so you can see what's going on. Well, Susano.
Does anything happen to me when I move through this weird terrain bug?
Even though the polygons have been obliterated, the ground is still even as ever.
Alright, I move there and then I Hector charge.
Okay. I'll counterattack.
Alright. Sorry, my roll 20 is lagged up for some reason.
It happens.
Quick, guys, I need help. 911.
It's still a hit. And what's your one success damage?
Let's see. Wakizashi is
Going to
damage 5
Wakizashi.
on 1 hit.
Oh, wow, that kills that guy. So, and then you attack the boss guy. He can only dodge. Oh, you rolled a 9. But it's only 5, so I am not killed.
Yep.
Oh wait, I did that. Sorry, I did that on you by accident. There we go.
Ironically, more hit points than I have.
Okay, so you'll clean to, and you can keep moving. The Hector charge lets you actually go through him.
There's no point though.
Okay. Okay. I think that's all the actives. So, well, fools! You've interrupted my monologue! Oh, by the way, end of good guy round, decay kicks in. You are hit for your decay in points plus any vulnerables you have.
Oh, I can move 3 meters.
That's up to you.
I mean, didn't see her there, right?
Okay, why can I not? There we go. Okay, the aura doesn't count, only the figure counts. Okay.
I figure I'll just stay where I'm at.
Okay. So, yeah, well, I pointed out she was in the tower, which I made some of that visible earlier. But yeah, she will drop down from the fog cloud. And now you can see her. She has wild hair, though her face is covered in a sort of ninja mask, and she's got the 2 skirts. When she lands, she does a gesture that draws both of her ninja toe blades. And then she turns to Rahul and strikes. Rahul, will you counter? Or will you die like a dog? It's the same roll as last time, only you don't get the bonus D12, because that's only an attack. So it's body, speed, mind, will, and fighting.
I have a whole 7.
7 is higher than 6. You have 1, 2, 3 successes, which is a mere 29. Oh, sorry. 3 successes. Oh, sorry, which is a mere 38 points of damage. Guys, these bosses are only level 5. They don't have more than 5 hit points.
You know, the debug reports on this this instance are gonna be crazy.
Okay, so she's killed instantly. Okay, so she's killed instantly. This glitches out the logic of the other bad guys, so they freeze in place. Oh no, wait, except the one that's already aggroed on Susano. Susano, you have to die. The boss guy draws his sword and attacks. The Warfan General Daimyo draws his sword and attacks you. How will you defend yourself?
Shield. It's not a good day to be Susano.
Nope, you're hit for 4 points plus any vulnerabilities. Oh. And my hit causes vulnerability 1.
It's fine though, I soak it.
Okay. Yeah, actually, after this bad guy attacks, they quickly recover. Katsu! A ninja is going to throw a shuriken in your face.
Pinball rally.
Rahul,
Ooh.
this general here adds vulnerability 1 to you by waving his little thing. Wow, you actually dodged. I have bad news for your Arcaloid. A second ninja throws a shuriken at your face. He will hit you for 3 points of damage.
I have a soak button for this.
Yeah, show us the magic of a soak button.
So 2.
Yep.
Or got 3 successes. So who wants a rally?
I think Susano does.
Susanna definitely gets a rally. Let's see restore.
I get rid of vulnerability.
Yep. Okay. That is well yeah. All of you are seeing error messages at this point. You know, trying to stage 2 not found, stage 3 not found, stage final not found, zone not found. Setting some logs today. All right, rise of good guys. Susano, Rahul.
Yeah, I'm gonna attack the boss guy.
All right, he'll counterattack with his sword. He rolls a 6. You've rolled a 7. How much?
Damage 5.
Damage 5. That. Wow, I am still hanging on by a thread. Rahul, you are closest to hostiles.
I am going to switch to my normal weapon and move up to the boss and his.
I see the needle and the damage done.
Where's freehand draw? Okay, that red rectangle. When the boss dies, she drops a cube that is foaming like dry ice. That is a monad. Okay, Rahul, you move up to the boss, and you want to. When you move up to the boss, this guy next to him, it taps his crowd control and attacks you. So how will you defend yourself?
I will count.
All right. I've rolled a 7.
And I have 9. Oh, damn. It's not 9 because it's
a counterattack.
not.
And you're using the regular sword for this? Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
It's a counterattack, so that doesn't count. He stops you in your tracks, and you will take 4 points of damage.
I will take another level so.
Okay. Now you move. He crowd controls to interrupt you, so he's in between you and the boss. You can choose to attack him if you want to, and you would get the bonus D12 for attacking him.
And that's what I will do.
Yeah, he's effectively a bodyguard. He counterattacks with his sword, but you hit him and
yes.
totally kill him. Okay, so there we go. So yeah, so he moves in the way, slashes at you, you riposte and butcher him. Okay, so and Katsu, have you rallied yet?
Not yet. Let's go for Susanna first. All right. I'd say that's getting rid of vulnerable.
Okay, so Susano's vulnerable's gone.
You already got rid of my vulnerable.
Oh, then get rid of your decay.
Oh, when you got hit, that's right.
Yeah. Okay, and then we have 2 more. So are you going to remove the vulnerable and decay on Rahul?
Yeah.
All right, so those are gone. Bing! You have a 3rd rally coming up.
Nice.
Who needs more healing? Does Rahul need more healing?
How many hit points you got, Rahul?
3.
Okay, recover your last 2. You're back up to full, because we'll just rally them. Okay, a bunch of error messages appear on your screen as the computer's trying to figure out why the boss isn't attacking. And then this guy attacks Susano.
Shield.
And which you block. And then this guy draws his sword and attacks Rahul.
I will counter.
Uh-oh.
I have a 6, so you hit me.
So damage 4, and after the damage, if you live, you have vulnerable 1, because my hits cause vulnerability.
I live, and I will take 1 point, 1 level soak, or 1 HP right now, and yeah.
Okay. And so you're fine. The ninjas attack Katsu. Katsu, I have 1 shuriken in your face. I need you to dodge.
Dodge time.
You could also elect not to dodge and just get hit.
Well, that could happen.
Which you apparently did. Go ahead and soak.
I hit the wrong soak button. Let me hit the right one.
Well, you'll soak.
I'll soak that.
Oh, there we go. Do you want focus or do you want to rally a friend? Oh wait, no. That's 3. That's only 4 successes. You rally a friend. Who still needs healing?
Looks like Susanna. Raul. I'm sorry, Raul.
I mean, we both have missing hit points. That's why I asked before what Raul was at.
Who wants healing? Who has need for greed?
Well, I have greed as need.
Okay, you heal Susano. Susano, you have 1 rally.
Now I'm back up to full.
Katsu, you were attacked by a second ninja.
All right.
Wow, we discovered Katsu's special skill of taking damage. You're hit, Katsu. Go ahead and soak. Okay, that's the end of bad guys. Anyone? Oh, wait, I'm sorry. The boss is dead. So there's an error message. No one gets any new decays.
Hooray!
Hooray! And that's another soak. Rahul, you were healed with 1 rally because they keep doing damage.
Katsu needs to sell back his evasion.
Okay, Rise of Heroes. Susanna, did you want to attack your guy?
Yep.
All right. You are hit for 4 points of damage plus a vulnerable. Rahul, what are you going to kill your guy?
Yes, please.
Okay. You hit him for 5 points of damage, which will wound him. There we go.
I tapped Frenzy Soak.
I thought so. Okay. And Katsu rallied. Okay, with the bosses dead, and this being the 3rd round after the boss is dead, the bad guys are then going to go into a canned animation where they step back and turn invisible, which is supposed to look like them activating their cloaking devices and retreating, because that's totally a thing. You guys all played Revengeance, right?
I've watched all of Revenge get played.
Okay, so yeah, and the error messages eventually disappear off your screen. Congratulations! All of you have earned a fog monad.
Oh, it's not an ice monad?
This one's a fog monad.
Damn it.
Because I haven't finished setting up the elementals and crafting system yet. Ooh. Okay, yes, and congratulations, you have liberated the castle. Dun, dun, dun. All of you advance 1 level. Ding.
Woo! Level 6.
Yes, and you accomplished a quest goal of make the make the ninjas flee the we'll do Castle Wolfenstein next.
Yeah, we beat the Nazi ninjas.
The Nazi ninjas. Ach du lieber. Yes, so you liberate the cat, and yes, indeed, the Hensuhito crime syndicate was operating out of this. The village has been saved! Yay! Remind me the next time we play, I have a special reward for you, because I've been making notes about this game. I'm thinking that what we might want to do is we might want to add a soak to characters, like when they get to a certain level, like level 5, then maybe each one of you should get 1 self-heal, like a gift you can tap that lets you heal yourself once. And if we gave that to you, that might help with the problems of going down or support.
Right.
But I do think this is probably a good place to wrap it. So as you can see, a lot more mechanics were added.
Can we do one last thing before we wrap up?
Oh, what do I do? One last thing.
Hey, Rahul, can I get my sword back?
Yes, I will give it to you.
Thank you.
What was the quest that we just won there? Defeat the Ninja Clan?
You've defeated, you've defeated the ninjas of Sukarumi Castle.
And will my cure stuff cure in the downtime?
You clipped there for a bit, so I didn't hear all that.
I said, will my cure stuff cure in the downtime? My arms? Will my arms come back?
What recharges those? A cure?
Medical care, apparently, which is weird.
Oh, well, yeah, that's medical care means there are heals and there are cares. And yeah, in other words, a heal can't do it.
No, I mean, it's written in a weird way. What does it say? Bed rest? 24 hours of bed rest and professional medical care.
Yeah, we probably should just change that to a day cooldown. That would make more sense. But even then, it can't be a regular heal doesn't do it. So it's like a daily cooldown.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll change that because we don't have fixes in this game.
Since our cleric isn't so much a cleric anymore. So
he's drained all of his mana points. His mana points dropped to 0.
Is that a daily thing too, or
that is a daily. You can get a gift that recharges it. But I want to. Okay, so I'm asking, like, from a gaming point of view, I think it might make more sense if everybody got, like, a soak that was, like, a daily that lets you do 1 cure on yourself, because or a heal on yourself. That way, if you got downed in a fight, you could go ahead and tap that and get yourself back up, but it would be a daily. And I'm thinking that's probably a good gift to give players.
That kind of sounds like a combat save, almost.
Right. Well, it would only be a heal, so, and it would... only work in the video game. So, but I'm thinking, like, a lot of games have that. I thought it was neat that Borderlands had a fight for your life idea, which was the idea that you can't move, but if you could actually hit somebody, you could get back up. I don't know. It never worked for me. It'd be like the Druid resurrection thing, where they can cast it on you, and you can choose when you bring yourself back. Right, and I'm all right. Instead of having to get your body, because I'm wondering, like, what do other MMOs do? Because I'm sure people get their hit points down to 0. Are there any things that other, like, modern MMOs do that when the players get down to 0, they can get some sort of bail your butt out? Or do they
I think most of them are just basically like it is now, where your healer has a heal or a resurrection they can cast. Some of them are in mid-combat, some of them are only out of combat to get you up. The Druid one is the only one I can remember where they can cast it on you, and you can get it later.
Yeah, I'm thinking a second wind that lets you, like, a second or a special, like, the nice part about a gift like that is because when you accomplish a goal, I can give out elective gifts. Me giving that one out, I think would help out a lot. But I need to think about this and write this down.
I mean, it's not like it's overpowered or anything, since you come back with no hit points or anything, and all the stuff that you tapped is already gone still.
Right. So, rather than, have players, also it one of the things I always want to, like, help players measure is loss. So, now, so this, I think, is showing off, so things I did to make the rounds go a lot more faster is, notice that the bad guys in this, had low offense, but I stacked them with a lot of debuffs and damages over time. Like the big boss there just kept hitting you with a decay. That's another thing I've observed about MMOs is if we hit you with automatic damage that requires support to remove, that makes the rounds go faster because I don't have to attack you. I can just say, look, BAP, they hit you with vulnerabilities instead of attacking you. So you feel like you're getting debuffed. And that made the low-level guys more dangerous by default because the vulnerabilities started stacking. That was designed to make my turns go a little bit faster as the GM, without necessarily, like, having to give everybody, like, huge amounts of damage. Was that working all right for you? What did you think?
I think it worked out very well, and I very much like the new decay modifier and all that.
Yeah, that was pretty interesting.
Especially when you look at the entire place as a whole, where you saw the gimmick start early on with the vulnerability stuff, and then this new mechanic enters in on the boss fight, and you see it come to culmination.
Right, that's why I did this with the 2 staggered thing. Also, the decay was supposed to be a signal to the players that I didn't mind so much that you guys were like resting outside of this, but now once you got in this area, shit got real. So by impressing you, if you guys malinger here, the bad guy will keep hitting you with decay, and decay keeps going up. I thought, well, that adds urgency. We have to go and deal with this, otherwise we'll
Right,
just
this
die.
was definitely like a little bit of a difficult puzzle to sort of solve, and I think like the first 2 times we attempted to solve it, we actually totally failed it. But we had the ability to kind of recover mid-battle.
Well, I mean, that's why when you
That made
guys
it,
decided to
solvable,
try
yeah.
to escape, I kept rushing in because I figured we had to do something, otherwise we were going to keep getting hit with decay. I didn't think we had a chance to retreat. That was implied, I thought.
Yeah, pretty much. Actually, the doors had locked behind. Moving behind the wall so you could get a breather and out of line of sight was a good move to get the stuff back. But yeah, eventually you guys are locked in here. This is the boss fight. So, but it's a video game, so if you just lose, you just try again. So,
The 2 big moments I think were, of course, Susanoo dying, and then I died to try to rally everyone else to give Katsu a break so he could actually heal Susanoo.
I think we were gonna have to put
That
some
was
notes.
appreciated.
Yeah, once again we've set it up so people. I agreed with Rahul that we need to tweak some of the equipment, so it's better suited to some skill bases. Like some more diversity of outfits would be nice.
Probably need more at-level equipment too, now that I'm thinking about it.
I do think it's funny that the outfits were designed to have powers so that when you were soaking, once again, the idea is to add more interest to the game. So having the outfits, the mere act of soaking damage gives you abilities like focus or movement is interesting. It also adds a lot of artificiality to the proceedings.
Not really. I mean, there's plenty of MMO abilities where you get hit and you teleport.
Well,
Rogues
but
do it all the
MMOs
time.
Right, but MMOs are pretty artificial.
This is an MMO, though. I think we're agreeing counter to one another.
Okay, why is this not revealing areas? Here we go, polygon. Oh,
Also, retroactively, I realized I had a glitch soak, but I think using it to absorb exactly 1 damage felt a little silly.
Well, not going down, it's not going down. And here, of course, is the whole map of Heron Castle, if you want to pull out.
Hey, I realized when I died that I didn't use my force of personality ever. I'm like, oh, I should have done that.
No, you did.
No, I did that after the fact. I didn't do that before I died the first time.
Okay.
I thought,
So-
I was
think
like,
I made
oh,
the
it's just so
assumption
cool.
that, like, I could have been gotten up as well.
Yeah, and I like maps that look a little more realistic. I would probably tweak this a little bit for MMO design, but I thought it looked pretty nice. Thanks to the White Heron Castle Tourist Department.
Yeah, it's a nice layout.
Yeah, as you can see, when you enter, you have to go several steps during which everybody on the high levels would have plenty of shots at you. So, and I've just been dragging the corpses off screen. So,
Yeah, but that's when you just hug the walls, though.
right. Yeah, you could still get in, but it would be tricky. Yeah, and also like she was just perched up. The boss was just perched up here as a Calad. You want to make things a little bit visible. Like MMOs are pretty good about communicating to people that something is happening, rather than being obscure, which you can get away with in the video game because you can just seal things off and just put invisible walls. But you want something to look at. So I am worried that the outfit bonuses are a little artificial, and you guys might start doing tricks like I think that would be funny to put a damage over time on myself just to trigger my own soak so I could rally my friends, which would be hilarious, but it would also be something people do in MMOs. So I think we need to add a sidebar in the book to note that people like, yes, the video game effects are a little video gamey, but it's a video game.
Or add a check for exploits. Sometimes the people do that in MMOs and they get banned because it's considered an exploit. You're abusing the rules.
Well, my character is an opportunist.
I'm just saying that those things actually, when we both agree that they exist in MMOs, but also if they find out you're doing it and exploiting the game in such a way, they will punish you for that as well.
Right, and I do apologize for the typo there, but all right, as I've discussed before, the major reason behind Power Dice was that back when we had mana points, or in games that have magic points, the behavior I usually see is that people hoard them until they really need them, and then spend all of them at once. So our fix to that was that we have Power Dice that when you roll them, they dwindle on once. Also, in the last revision, we added what I like to call ladder rolls, which is the 1-star and 3-star results may be, if you try this again next turn, we'll let you roll bonus dice. And that's a way of saying we want this to take slightly, it's twofold. We want to take more time. So it builds tension in the game. Instead of saying, you failed this roll, shut up, maybe try again next round. Instead, we have the situation of, you failed this roll, but if you try again next round, you might actually hit it. So it cheerleads you. And it also has the side effect that since takes more rolls to do it, that's more opportunities for your die to dwindle. So by making something take 2 or 3 rolls to do, it makes it cost more. And
Yes.
So, I mean, the only thing I worry mentally, I think that's more busy work, but game-wise, I think it feels like more gamery. One of the big goals of the game was to compartmentalize people's decisions. So one thing I like about the menus is you roll first and then pick off the menu what you do, rather than declare everything in advance and then roll, which often slows the game down.
Speaking about dwindle dice, how can we get them bigger?
Well, getting them bigger is kind of a problem, game design wise, because a 6-sided die that dwindles when you roll a 1 will about 95% of the time, I can expect it to be rolled 10 times before it diminishes, because there's a 1 in 6 chance cumulative that it will roll a 1, and then when it turns into a D4, roll a 1. So it lasts for about 10 rolls, which is easy for us to game, and that's why we have gifts in the game that let you recharge it to a D6. So there's a gift you can get in the game, Glitch Soak, that lets you tap that, and not only does it soak damage, it recharges the die. It recharges the cheat die back up. Or no, wait, that's not Glitch Soak. That's Cheat Soak. Well, in any event, there is a gift that recharges the D6. The problem is if you make it a D8, it's got 3 steps to decay. So that means that it actually gets 18 rolls before it decays if you change it into an 8 instead of a 6. And that makes it way more likely. It basically makes it last like twice as long. So the theory now has been to cap them at D6s, but let you buy recharges that will let you recharge them back up to D6. Because if we let you get it at a D8, and then we also let you recharge it back up to D8, it lasts a hell of a lot longer. So I think most power dice are going to be capped at D6, and we'll just have some recharges.
Okay.
Yeah, because we've tried it in the past with decay dice that were like D8s or D10s, and they just last forever because you almost never roll a 1.
Yeah, you've seen how long Ivantana's decay die lasted.
Yeah.
She killed quite a few people with that gun before it went down.
Yeah, and another reason why I like the recharges is they incentivize people to burn the die out before they recharge it, rather than just cap it and recharge it immediately. Plus, also keeping power dice at D6 means that they're lower than most of your skill dice, because if you're really good at something, you'll have a D8 or a D10 in it. So the die is an extra die to roll, which is more successes, hooray, but it's not winning duels. And I really want the focus of it. Well, anyway, any event, yeah, so that's why we capped it. I'm hoping that the uncertainty, this gets back to what we talked about before we're streaming, was loss aversion. I'm hoping that players will still hoard the die, because they don't want to use it, casually. Like you put the death sword away because you don't want it to glitch on just a regular, ditching a regular enemy. So you'll like respect it and not burn it out casually. But it doesn't actually decay unless you actually roll it. So it doesn't go down unless you use it. And I'm hoping that incentivizes people to think, well, I need to use this because I don't know if it's going to go down. And that would give people the right balance. Because like I don't mind you guys hoarding stuff when you need it. Like you should, hold stuff back when you need it. But like I keep saying, the problem I have with magic points is you develop an intelligent hoarding philosophy, and some game masters don't quite understand that, and it gets weird. But I think the basics I think are working pretty well here. You guys felt pretty challenged. You felt like you might have lost that.
Definitely.
Yep. Figured we were going to.
Yeah, I thought you were going to lose it.
The whole squid thing all over again.
That was that felt like the balance is pretty there. All right. Well, everybody gets 1 experience point for being in the debriefing. And I like having the force of personality being read your motto out loud because it's very anime. For example, Susano, what was your motto?
Oh, what a hero you have found in me.
Yeah, running in there, taking hits for the team. That's an experience point for you. And oh, hero, what was your motto?
What am I doing here?
Ah, I'm dead. That's a point for you. Were you killed by the decay? Is that what killed you?
Yes.
By
1 point.
Yeah. Katsu, your motto?
Doing it their way isn't as much fun.
All right.
And I believe I found the
Have I
next
actually
point.
been alive during a boss encounter?
Yeah. And Rahul, your motto?
Observe and act.
Yep. Sitting there hacking the game, and then, well, it's a boss. And I was like, hey, can you give me the death sword? I'll be back in a minute. So that was definitely worth it. And I like the fact that you guys fell back. So everybody gets a point for their motto. And like I said, I like the fact that you guys fell back and then came back in the room strategically while somebody held. Crowd control appears to be working correctly. So
yeah, I kept looking for a place to use crowd control, even though it turned out to be Rahul that ended up using it. I always found I was just out of range all the time.
See, the funny part is, yeah, you're in the front, and everyone's letting you take the front. So crowd control hasn't been a big deal for you because you've been doing things correctly.
Well, I mean, to not let people get past me to engage the party.
Right. And and once again, that hasn't been a big problem because you are in front and the bad guys are engaging you. The only time that was a problem is when those ninjas that were clinging to the wall in the north moved to attack Katsu, but they were out of range. And and also, I guess we need to make some notes here because stacking vulnerabilities on players and then doing hits works a little bit better for the bad guys than just raising their damage. Because what I like about it is it gives the healer something to do because vulnerabilities can be removed a lot easier than damage can. And it makes bad guys feel more threatening. It's a little abstract, but I'm going to have to think about this. I like the fact that your support guys had a lot to do. The only thing I am worried about, I'd like to hear some words from playtest people who are actually using defensive dodge, because none of you guys actually have it. You're all support and frontliners. So,
an overly aggressive party, it seems.
Hey, whatever works. So I'll be working more on outfits. I have a lot of work to do because Origins is coming up. This is the 5th of June. So next week is Origins in Columbus. So if you get a chance to see me, I'm doing panels in Origins University. So come by and say hi. Anyone else got anything they want to plug?
No.
All right. Well, thanks very much for hosting, Teth. I hope people like the new layout. So sorry to hear that you had trouble with the old layout.
Well, yeah. I mean, I didn't have trouble with it. It just got deleted due to problems.
That's a certain kind of trouble.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I just need to say I really liked the old layout. I've incorporated what elements I could back into this one. I feel it's got a very retro look to it, which might not be that great considering what Vital Hearts is supposed to be.
Well, we'll see what we can do. We're working extremely hard to get Vital Hearts done. This is one of our most ambitious projects, but I want to thank everybody for helping us out during the playtest. There were some shout outs to some people who gave us some playtest feedback back on the last version. So once again, if you backed this, you're already in the early access, and we are updating that. The last update was on the 29th of May, so we'll have a new update soon. And thanks, everybody. But I'm going to go ahead and get going.